Yeah, man. Enough people might want to know why, man, is hail the king, you know. You know, I hail him through. I get to find out that he is family to the Black Christ in flesh, Prince Emmanuel, the man that came to save I and I 2,000 years ago, according to the history that is given us from the King James Version of the Bible. And many other people have, you know, confessed to this history. So we live with that history, and King Selassie, I say his family to, he said, Jesus Christ, coming from the holy lineage of King David. To God promised King David in the Bible that they'll never suffer a man to sit on his throne until time and definite until Shiloh. Now this individual person that's called Shiloh, we know that this man, when he returned and he sit on the throne, he said after him ain't gonna be no one else, because it says until Shiloh, you know. So that simply means that, and I in general have to see and know the truth within ourselves, can't really force no one to really see God within themselves or see the salvation of God within themselves or know themselves, because it's an inborn concept. Many are called, but few are chosen. So all I and I them who of the chosen line here just has to be wise within ourselves. But this Majesty said we shouldn't judge nobody of no other different faith, because nobody can interfere in the realms of God. And since no one can interfere in the realms of God, therefore we should live side by side with people of other faith. So we ain't come to militate against unity, we come to really show the people righteousness and all live in righteousness and make it a better universe and preserve the earth that God has given us. Because He's our grand creator. He's merciful and righteous, He's dreadful and terrible amongst the wicked and the evil still, but in this time He's also shown us, although He is dreadful and terrible, He is also merciful. So we have to seek His mercy, because, we have all sinned and come short of the glory. Now, His Majesty is a Christian also, and being a Christian, he show I and I have to say Jesus Christ Emmanuel, because, Jesus is a European name that comes from a Greek philosopher. They translated it to that, and that comes from the Greek name Zeus. So, we're dealing with God in flesh, and not only that, we're looking at the spiritual aspect of Him, because His Majesty said that spiritual power is the leading force in this world and the world to come. So we have to still try and have a spiritual based mind and a physical, because we can't let one be ahead of the other, Your physical and your spiritual needs and necessities must attain equally, and we will ceaselessly work towards these things. Is what His Majesty has said. So, yeah, man, we salute the conquering line of the tribe of Judah according to Revelation 5, show us in this time of the world when so much evil people around that this man can come and he can show us the way, and give us the light and be our light so that we can know the way, So, as the seventh seal was opened, things that was revealed to the man come to I and I through him and through his inborn concept, because these are the powers that God has granted him, and He has granted these powers to all man if we do the right. Me personally, I done sin enough times, and just show me that He is merciful. And even if I sin a million times, I still can't deny the truth. If that's the truth, that's the truth. So I gotta speak it as I see it. I can't make no one believe it's something else what it ain't. You feeling me? Yeah, man. Now you get a book here named the Gabriel Negas. This book is the glory of the kings. The true ark of the covenant. Now this book named Negas means the glory of the kings. This book shows us, the history of the kings of the family of Adam from the beginning. I don't say the Adam, but from the first man to the beginning, takes us through and shows us different things, Black people is the first people, but that doesn't mean that we must not enlighten and show other people the truth. That's the reason why God's given us knowledge, so that we could see, and teach people, and they could, learn the best way that God set for all I and I them, Just kind of just show you one or two topics in it, concerning Noah, the flood, the covenant of Noah, plenty things that they're touching on concerning Zion. This book was taken out of the Bible when they wrote the 1611 King version of the King James version of the Bible. you know. The declaration of the patriarchs of the kings tells you about Canaan, who the people of Canaan is, about Abraham, you know, the covenant of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, Reuben, the glory of Zion, which is the ark of the covenant, you know, and the tabernacle of the law of God, and the tabernacle of the law of God, which is the tabernacle of the law of God, pardon me, the division of the earth, you know, plenty things happening, you know, tells the story about the King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, you know, I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, you know, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. And that is found in the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5, you know. So I black people have to be wiser than ourselves. People in general have to be wise about themselves, you know. Solomon's instructions to the queen, things he told her, you know. The seduction of the queen of the Sheba, you know. King Solomon uses wisdom and, you know, seduced her. Solomon's oath to the queen of Ethiopia, the queen of Sheba, you know. Many things, you know. Shows this one here, the queen brings forth her son, Benalekim. That's Menelik the first, Solomon's son, you know. It's Menelik the first emperor of Ethiopia, that teach the one God system, you know. Yeah, man. Solomon makes Benalekim captain of his host. You know, everyone gets it, you know. See the man Solomon in his new birth as, you know, the new man. To all those who wonder why and I praise the King, you know, we just give thanks to him and we give thanks for him. And we still salute God, you know, because God is Almighty. But we salute him in the understanding or the overstanding of knowing that he is living in his realms, which I cannot just jump in and try to control, you know. And he's also living and reigning in these realms, you know. So as he has manifested his light, I have to, you know, take knowledge of it, you know. The says His Imperial Majesty, Ngusi Ngas, you know, Haile Selassie the First, power of the Holy Trinity, you know, Emperor of Ethiopia, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, you know, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of God, light of the universe, displaying here the mystical and metaphysical salutation of peace, or the sign of the Holy Trinity. The triangle pointing downward is an esoteric symbol representing the material phase of the seal of Solomon. The six-pointed star is also known as the Star of David. You know, we're dealing with the same thing what Christ was dealing with, man. God, you know. So as a man who come to defend Christ, of course, how would it be if he come defending the righteousness? He's saying he don't have faith in the man, you know. But he know the truth about it, and it's the truth that's really more important, you know. He said the truth shall set you free. So, you know, in this world where as we have plenty spiritual wickedness and principalities and in low places, a man come forward in this time. He rise from a low place and just uplifted him to be the emperor, you know, because he didn't just born the emperor, you know. He had to prove himself, and it was shown that the Spirit of God was within him and in him and leading him, and that is the manifestation of his coming and of his fulfillment. So we ain't really here to try and force no one to accept and see. Just want people to see and know. You know?